I am Rebecca Howard from Synergy. We are a communications design and events agency, and our whole philosophy is about changing and improving lives and thinking differently, or different thinkingly as we call it. The theme of the event tonight was all about sort of the challenges that businesses face as they grow, teething problems, how the challenge of the recession is affecting growth, and how entrepreneurs should really sort of equip themselves to get through that challenge and come out the other side smiling. I think in terms of growing a business, culture and the people that are in it are massively important. You are as good as the people that you work with. I believe that people don't work for you, they work with you. And I think that's where we should really we should spend or pay some attention to empowering those people, giving them a voice and letting them drive the culture of the business with you. So for me, when I had an aim, I sort of started off with almost like a monologue, and then as I sort of got my first member of staff, it became a dialogue, and as we now move on, it's a conversation, and it's a conversation that we have on a daily basis about why we're in business, about the values that we have to improve lives, and so it totally drives everything that we do. I always wanted to run my own business from as long as I can remember. I even when I was at uni, people were saying I'm going to be a dentist, I'm going to be a solicitor, and I said, well, I'm going to run my own business, and they said, well, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know, but when I know, I'll do it, and that will be it. So that was my driver. When I set up the business, I think for me it was, what drives me is that everything that we do has a positive impact on a person, and that is so fulfilling that even every member of my staff at the end of the day, and you can have stressful days, we all have stressful days, we all have days where we think, oh my God, but I think at the end of the day you can actually look back and just think we were doing it to actually make something better, and that's satisfying, and that's what drives me. And I think in this world there is so much that needs to be changed, improved, people to be helped, so you know, there's always a new day and there's always a new challenge, and that's really quite exciting. If you're about to set up a business and you're asking yourself, who should I call? I don't know that I'm going to tell you to call anybody, because I think the thing that you need to succeed in business is actually conviction and a belief in the fact that you can do it. And I think one of the dangers is that you pick up the phone, even to your best friend, and people will immediately come in with their own opinion, and they will tell you what they think. And that might be, and it happened to me, oh my, you know, why do that? Oh, that's crazy. You don't want to limit what you do. You don't want to not work for corporates. So you're going to get all of that is going to come in at you. And I think I would call yourself and I would ask yourself, you know, what do you need to do? What belief do you have? And can you see yourself doing it? And if you've got that conviction, you could call anybody. This is the first time I've been to the Entrepreneurs Forum, and so far it's been, I don't know, a couple of hours, and I've been grilled on a panel, but I've really enjoyed it. I think people are up for chatting, up for sharing. There's a lot of passion in this room, and palpable passion, not just passiveness, and I think that's good. You can feel it, you can sense it, and I think that's sort of promises to be quite a dynamic place to frequent. So I'm looking forward to coming back. I think events where you actually share people's real stories are massively important, because I think the life of an entrepreneur can be really lonely. It can be hard. You can have days where perhaps things are going wrong and you can't share them with the staff, and you know, even though you want to, it's perhaps, you know, there are some things that you need to keep for yourself. So actually being in a room where people are having those challenges and willing and open enough to share them, I think it's really, really valuable, because it isn't always a bed of roses. There are tough times and hard times and times where you want to pull your hair out. And if you've got a safe environment where you can really exchange ideas and ask for help and listen to how people who've been before you, and, you know, there are probably no new problems, they're just problems that you haven't had yet. So actually, if you can listen and learn, then it's just going to make it so much easier. And that's got to be good for the economy, and it's got to be good for the region. If you are just about to set up a business and you think that's what you want to do, I think the advice I would give you would be listen to your gut instinct and your intuition, because we all have great intuition if only we'd listen to it. And in times when it's tough, you sometimes forget that. And I think if you can keep that true to you, be true to your values and actually listen to your instinct, you will not go far wrong.